Shut up. Sorry, Zach, love you.
Now introducing Mick, most likely to be a comedian. You guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Nobody.
Nobody who?
Travis, most likely to tap annoyingly.
Now introducing Bree, most likely to do color guard after high school.
Next is Oliver, most likely to be late.
We were supposed to be here at 3.
Rosalind is most likely to get injured.
Introducing Abby, most likely to quit her senior year.
Now is Kylie, most likely to be aesthetically pleasing.
Introducing Scott, most likely to be a grandpa.
Cap? No cap.
Now here's M, most likely to cry.
Next up is Lindsay, and she's most likely to have a stash of bounce balls in the band room.
Now is Kristen, most likely to break out in a song.
Nice to know you. Let's do it again. Now introducing Alex, most likely to encourage others.
You're doing so good. I love that.
Bessie, hype me
You're doing amazing.
Next is Zach, most likely to scream.
Lastly, Zeb, most likely to get yelled at.
Things not to do in the band room.
Remember, no pets in the band room. But we gotta go talk to Green about some important news. Yeah. Wait a minute. You're not Mr. Green.
Dang, Bethany be looking different.
Maybe.
Guard, measure 15. You don't know where it's at? That's where we go. Duh, duh, duh. Percussion, you need to pick it up. Okay, everyone go back to set 1. Guard, get there. We're waiting on you. Hustle, hustle. One last time.
I promise.
Anna, you're right in the 50, but then breathe like a whole nother yard line off, and so it looks messed up. So you're gonna come in by Nick, and I don't think you should be that close to Nick. Anna, can you scoot a little bit away from Nick? Anna, don't touch Nick. Nick, I want you to move up. Don't go anywhere near Anna. Why do you need to look at people's charts when you don't know they're your own? Anna, I can tell you're the captain and everything, but you don't look like it.
I'm very lightheaded.
If you guys are sitting down, that's not from you guys being injured. That's from you guys not drinking enough water. Guard, who are we guiding to? Because I can't tell. Guard, do you need to rerun that? Because it looks like you do. You can't have breaks. You guys always want to talk in between getting to set the set. It wouldn't be that hard if you guys were good. Okay.
Before we begin,
the next segment. Green, why didn't you accept my friend request on Facebook?
So my junior year, I came to the percussion cabinet because it was dark and quiet and they don't have the drums in here. So I lied down, I ate some Subway, and then I put on some music and I fell asleep. And this was probably at like 3 o'clock. Spotty photobombed me, but it was like 3 o'clock when I fell asleep. And when I woke up, all I heard was the band playing. And turns out they were like halfway done with warm-ups. So I sprinted out of here, grabbed my uniform, threw it on, missed all of warm-ups. Green was not happy. And then I went out and played my best pregame of my high school career. So warm-ups equal good music.
One of my senior confessions is that in band camp, in one day of one of the freshman or sophomore years, the whole percussion woke up at like 4 a.m. just to be first. So
Sophomore
we could get the
year.
max points.
It was sophomore
Was it
year.
the sophomore year?
Yeah. Because Garchov won.
Every single game, I would ask Green to do the whoa because he put it in one of the songs. It was X's and O's, and the whole band did it. But every away game or game we even had, I asked Green to do the whoa. But one time it was the breast cancer game for Reese too, and Emma. I told Emma to record it, and she snuck it. And here's Green doing the whoa.
So when do I do it?
One of my confessions is that I don't march right during pregame. Never have. I don't march right in parades either. I didn't start counting until this year. Yeah.
From band camp, we had a long water break for some reason, and I think it was Bethany, Owen, Connor, me, and Oliver, and then I think maybe Zach, but we were like just making a crap ton of different variations of like Frankenstein instruments. We took a clarinet and made 2 or 3 different instruments out of it. The first one was taking a saxophone neck and like taping it to the top of when you pull off the top part of the clarinet, and then just playing it like a saxophone. And then we took a Barry mouthpiece and put it inside the clarinet as well. And then we took that same Barry mouthpiece and used it in my saxophone instead of my mouthpiece. And they all worked relatively well. I mean, they sounded horrible, but they worked relatively well.
One of my senior confessions is that when I first joined Guard for the open house, I really thought it was going to be like a presentation or a poster. And then we actually did stuff, and I didn't leave because it was actually fun. But I only went because I just want to say I went. I really wasn't going to do it.
Morning at band camp, me and Alex would wake up at 4 to take long showers, and then we'd go back to sleep for 30 minutes, and then wake up again like an hour early to go down and stretch.
Sophomore year, Mr. Green said we're not allowed FaceTiming any of the boys in their dorms. At like 2 in the morning, I FaceTimed Phoenix and Travis, and we stayed up the whole night.
My senior confession is, I think it was freshman year band camp. The first day there, I walked up to Tambi and I said, yo, when are we supposed to leave? And she was like, we're here for 7 days. And I said, I want to go home. But anyways, I packed 7 days worth of clothes for one day. I don't know what goes in my mind.
My senior confession is that freshman and sophomore year before practice, if there was extra time, I would go up here and cry before guard practice.
Freshman year, we had practice after school, and instead of studying for exams, Emma and I made an Old Town Road music video.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
So the summer going into our freshman year, Ollie and I, us two geniuses, we're here with Oliver's older brother, Russell, and the band room was empty, and we used the little green cart that they used to take down the hat boxes, and we were just doing donuts, just running around, having a grand old time, and then we cut the corner too sharp, and we put this scratch in the cabinet, and you see those 2 missing doors? They were broken to other reasons, but we put a scratch here, all the way down.
My confession is that when we were doing band music, we would actually never like practice it. We would just mess around.
Sophomore year at band camp, me and Abby FaceTimed Zeb in the middle of the night, and then the next day, Mr. Green was yelling at everybody saying how we don't need to be FaceTiming boys in the middle of the night. He really came for us like that.
Is that freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, I've been secretly putting Twinkies in the band room ceiling because Twinkies never go old, so you can't smell them like rotting or whatever. So I thought it was pretty good.
My 7th grade year, my section leader told me to quit, and so I kind of yelled at him, and then he started crying under the bleachers.
Sophomore year, I was practicing tossing the baton. I tossed it so high, it hit the light, and it was hanging. And we didn't know what to do, so we got a janitor, and we were scared the janitor was going to tell Green that we had the light hanging. So we took one of these poles, and we nudged it to fix it.
Senior confession, me and Lindsay actually waited so long to do our senior confessions that we're in a completely different area and no microphone.
So, freshman year of band camp, I walked into Bree and Emma's room. I don't remember why, but I walked in and the room smelled like feet because they put their shoes over like the vent. It was nasty.
So, my freshman year, I showed up to a practice and realized that I didn't have my poker chips with me and I was gonna get in trouble. Luckily, my lanyards broke, so I was like, oh no, I can't find my poker chips. So 5 people looked for about 10 minutes for them, and when I got back to my dorm, they were on my dresser.
Our freshman year, it was the day after the winter concert, and we were cleaning up the stage and whatnot, and I didn't feel like doing anything, so I told Jillian Hearn, who was the senior head section leader at the time, that we were gonna help pick up folders, and Oliver just left, and we came down here, and we hung out in the auditorium the entire time, and from that day, let me pull up this picture, we discovered that they never ever locked this door. So here's a picture of Oliver from that day. It's me from that day. But yeah, so we skipped out on an entire band class freshman year and just hung out in the auditorium. And Mr. Green and Jillian Hearn do not know about that until this day.
I never missed a practice in freshman year or a game, but sophomore year I missed a festival because I told people I was sick, and it was this festival. It was the Utica one, but Greenwood wasn't at this festival either. But instead of being at the show, I actually went to Circleville for the pumpkin show.
Oh my god! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My freshman year, I had nightmares about marching to the point where in the middle of the night I would have to get up and march all of the sets before I would stop having nightmares and could sleep.
Our last year at Rio Grande, I was sitting in a bed and I got my arm stuck and everybody left.
Sophomore year during band camp, we got these new headpieces, and they were so big, and before every away game, and I just remember on the way to the fair, we would just pick them.
Fall off or like the smack and it's like, oh yeah, they're on.
It feels like a perfect night to dress up like hipsters and make fun of our exes. It feels like a perfect night for breakfast at midnight to fall in love with strangers. Yeah, we're happy, free, confused, and lonely at the same time. It's miserable and magical. Oh yeah, tonight's the night when we forget about the deadlines. It's time.
No, it's your turn.
And I am.
Wait, okay. Can I use your hotspot in
This place is too crowded, too many cool kids. It seems like one of those nights.
Yeah, yell. Do what you do best.